Our car-specific bundles take the headache out of choosing the right head unit and fitting kit for your car. Let me run you through how easy it is to use. First of all, type your car's reg into our vehicle finder. From there, you'll have a drop down that'll show various different models from your registration and what state you're in. Choose the specific model of car that you've got from that drop down. Next, click on the car audio visual. Then into head units. And then car specific head unit kits. Now here it should show your vehicle, just select that one. Now scroll down, the first thing you'll find are all of the head units we have in stock that will actually fit your car and the fascia kit that you're going to be getting. It'll also be an ascending price from cheapest upwards. And so as you click through, you can have a look down the bottom and you can see the price change as you update to a higher spec model. You also get to see the discount you'll get off retail price in real time. Now, it's a good idea while you're here, if you're not super familiar with the different models, you can actually click view more and that'll pop up some more detailed information about each head unit. You can even use our compare function and open some of those head units into additional windows. Click compare and then go to the compare screen, and that will show you all the specifications of the units so you can check for the specific features you really want and make sure you get the perfect unit. The next option is for your reverse camera. Now, a lot of modern cars will come with a factory fitted reverse camera that you can integrate into your new head unit. But at the moment, if you don't have any reverse camera at all, here's the time to grab one. If there's only one fascia option for your car, it'll be pre-selected. However, there are vehicles that have multiple different fascias to choose from, different colors, different finishes. This is where you can select the one that matches your car. As we come down, now you may have a couple of options. There may just be with the one harness that's already pre-selected for you, but there may be a couple of different harnesses depending on what kind of factory option you've got. For example, some cars have a different style of head unit as an option. Some cars have a different factory fitted amplifier as an option. They require different looms. And so this is going to take some detailed information about your car to work out whether you've got any specific type of option and make sure you get the exact right loom for your car. If you're not really sure, by all means, send us a message or give us a call and we can help you sort out which is the right one. Next up's another harness that's pre-selected for you. That's the one that goes from the main harness that you'll be getting the interfaces to the car to the head unit that you've chosen, because that's going to be a specific harness for that head unit. Also, if you're retaining steering wheel control, there'll be a patch lead that's already pre-selected for you. Same again, if you've got an antenna that's not a standard fitment and requires an adapter lead, that's going to be pre-selected for you. Now, next up, there may be some additional options for you. For example, if you have a factory fitted reverse camera, you may require a special patch lead to go from the factory loom to the aftermarket loom that's going to be suiting the head unit you've chosen from. Additionally, there may be things like retaining USB. That means that your car has some sort of USB port, maybe in the center console or the glove box, and there's a special patch lead that's required if you want to retain the access to use that same USB cable, for example, to connect your USB to Lightning to have CarPlay. Last of all, if you want another sound upgrade, why not add an underseat subwoofer if you haven't got a subwoofer in your car? Here are a couple of different packages from Sue and Vega. Then after that, if you chose those, you'll need one of these wiring kits to wire it all up. Now, all that's left is the checkout procedure. Once you've done that, in no time at all, a box will arrive on your front door with your new head unit and everything you need to do the installation. Let me show you just quickly how easy it really is. So here's the kit I've grabbed for my own Volkswagen Transporter. And here is the factory head unit I've already removed. I just needed some trim removal tools like this, a screwdriver, and some of these types of tools here. We've got those types of tools on our site. You can always grab those if you need them. Now, the factory head unit comes out. Here is the fascia from the fascia kit with the side brackets already mounted up, and it mounts in there in the original position. The head unit I've chosen is a floating screen from Pioneer. That's going to mount like so into the bracket. 2 screws either side, secure that in, nice and easy. And here's the wiring that also came with the kit. The main loom that goes from the Volkswagen, in my case, main harness, there's a little adapter here. This is for the steering wheel control. It's a module for steering wheel control. And this is the harness through to what's called ISO. It's kind of like a universal connector. Then there is the ISO to Pioneer. In my case, if you've got a different brand head unit, it'll be ISO to whatever brand that is. That one simply connects clip and clip, the two like that. One's for power, earth and trigger, and one's for speakers. And then there are a number of wires that are color coded just to go across, so pink, purple and green. Okay, so we've got the ISO leads connected, the two different harness plugs there, and then 1, 2, 3 color coded wires connected across. Next up we have the steering wheel patch lead. That plugs into the steering wheel adapter. We then have the antenna adapter. That will actually plug into the car from the wire coming through from the antenna in the car. This then will go into the back of the Pioneer unit. And then we have a spare blue lead here and a spare blue lead here. That's for the amplifier inside the antenna. Let's plug that in. And we have this here, that's the camera adapter. So this goes from the factory connection inside the dashboard to the camera connection on the back of the head unit and actually plugs into this loom here. So that's all the loom that comes in the kit itself. There's also some wiring that comes with the head unit that you've chosen that you need to connect also. For here, I need my reverse camera input, so I need that one. That just plugs in to the back there. This is a GPS antenna. I have this on mine because it has wireless CarPlay and Android Auto. That just plugs into its proprietary connector there. That's all the connections made ready to go inside the van itself, other than mounting this in the actual fascia itself and getting that into the car. So let's do that. Plug in our main loom. Steering wheel patch lead. And GPS antenna just goes tucked in the back of the dashboard. Antenna into the car and into the unit. A lightning cable USB for my phone into the rear USB. And we have our Bluetooth microphone that I've mounted on the dashboard there. Plugs into the back here. Our reverse camera. Now it's just a point of tucking everything neatly inside the dashboard. Our fascia goes in. It's all working fine. It's as simple as that.